never experienced anything like that on GTA ever. I love Sukuno. Sukuno is so fun to RP with. I killed him in the PvP zone. Holy fucking shit. for days. Me, S-Fan, Coil, it was nuts.
Deserved.
And on top of the Rust fans are awful.
It was wild, man.
Dude, the worst part about Rust was actually these like the gatekeepy Rust people,
the Rust players, bro.
And they make, this is not how Rust is played. Why didn't you triple, quadruple lock your base with 5 layers of reinforcement? I'm like,
where's the honeycomb, man? Where's the honeycomb?
And the Rust devs, like the lead devs, would be on Twitter being like, "Yeah, guys, ignore these guys. We know our community is really, really bad." It was crazy. It was a lot of fun.
The one thing the one thing I wanted to say is like, see, that's what you were talking about, Hutch, with XG planning out like really cool RP opportunities. I think that's great. Like 100%. It creates storylines. It's awesome. Even the execution may be a little faulty at times. You know what I mean? You might be like abusing game mechanics a little bit or whatever, or you know, some shit happens. You learn from it. I think the real problem is just like the toxicity for all the random people that get thrown into the pile and people that literally cannot deal with it. I mean, I don't know how you guys deal with like your chats. I don't usually look. I don't have a problem. I personally don't have an issue when. I mean, I share a big audience with XG. I do. So some of those people are fans of mine as well. They come in, they yell at me, they say, you know, hold the L, motherfucker, or like, why are you talking about my juicer? Or they say, I'm sorry for my juicer. One or the other. Ultimately, it doesn't matter to me, but I can understand why. Like, if you've only had 100 viewers and you know your favorite streamer with 150,000 viewers is like, fuck this person, fucking motherfucker, die, whatever, bitch, all that shit. Like, that negativity is absolutely going to be directed towards that person with 100 people in their chat, and they don't know how to fucking deal with 1,000 people, let alone 10,000 people.
Chat hopping. Go ahead, Rami.
It's what the fuck? It's always gonna happen. Like,
I just keep seeing his voice light up.
There's always going to be chat hoppers. Every time that there is a large streamer, Summit, you, Hassan, XQC has 100,000 people in his fucking stream. If 10% wanted to come over to my stream and talk shit, we are talking of 10,000 people coming over and talking mad shit.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I
there's
know.
going to be people who are going to come over. But with that being said, like, it's every fucking community. I still remember being fucking 45 to 50 viewers and getting in a war with fucking Chain Gang and having so many people come over and motherfuck me. Motherfuck me.
No, I understand that. I understand that. It's just about directing it.
Death threats.
It's about it's about taking the initiative. That's all I'm saying. I think taking the initiative is important and trying to like recognize that that's going to happen. So trying to stop it rather than just being like,
mitigate it.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
I think
and it takes time. It takes time.
He sympathized with the mindset of chat hoppers. That's the only thing. Like, I watched all the clips that happened today, and to be honest, a lot of them I fucking laughed my ass off, especially when he yelled "bitch" 15 times. Like, that made me laugh. It was completely like,
that was pretty
should have
funny,
never happened. He shouldn't have done it, but it was fucking PPS. Pogs per second were at an all-time high, and everyone laughed seeing that, other than the people involved. But with that being said, it's like, man, you can't sympathize with that, because although, and I agree, if someone, I've said it before, if someone is fucking up and they keep fucking up and you keep having people come in your chat being like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Maybe be like, all right, I should probably change. But you can't sympathize with the small percentage, because what that does is it takes that and multiplies it by 10,000, and instead of 200, now you have 45,000.
I would never look at a chat hopper who's shitting all over me and be like, you make a valid point.
No,
exactly.
You ignore them. You don't buy into their
guys,
bullshit,
but it's not about like listening. It's not about buying into the chat hoppers. It's like you're already having a conflicted moment. You're already having a moment of conflict, and then it's being exacerbated by like motherfuckers in the chat literally just shitting on you.
When you're role playing, being in a heated fucking moment, you have to channel that energy from somewhere. You know, you're already in that fucking headspace where I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. It's role play, but you're playing that character. You're immersed in it. And then someone comes in and is like, fuck you. And you're like, well, fuck you. It just pops off.
Exactly.
So hoppers have always been, I think, literally the biggest issue in RP. We're just seeing it on the biggest scale now because GTA RP is bigger than fucking
and they
ever
come in
by
all
a wide
forms.
margin.
Yeah, they come in all forms. There's those negative Nancy pieces of shit that come in and fucking tell you that they're gonna kill you, and then there's the ones who, oh, dude, you're playing with my favorite streamer. Jump over, they follow. Now now you're sharing that viewership.
Have you
Like,
guys
I know,
gotta play
but that's when you're not in conflict with with the favorite streamer.
Exactly.
And cops always have to be in conflict with their favorite streamer because the favorite streamer fucking literally dumps cop cars in the water, which I don't have a problem with, by the way, 100%. Especially if there's a role play reason for it, and it's not just like personal vendetta, or even if it's fucking personal vendetta. Sometimes Chang Gang does shit like that too. We do shit like that too. It's totally understandable, right? That's like role play. It's whatever. But what sucks is when you're making it more hostile for another person who is also doing a job. Because I recognize the positives of XQC being on the server. I don't want XQC to be fucking banned. I don't give a shit. I don't really like. I normally don't end up role playing with XQC. We just don't have an opportunity to do so. I don't go out of my way to do so because it's just not gonna. It's just not gonna. We're gonna conflict. We're gonna have conflict. So, but what I'm trying to say is, when these people are peers, like the way I see it, right? These are smaller streamers, bigger streamers. I see everyone as peers that should be celebrated and respected. You know what I mean? And if I'm making it more hostile for them while they're trying to do their thing, it's not a good thing overall. That's just the way I look at it. I think that's something that is the main point of contention here, and it's always been my main point of contention with the way XQC plays is just like, don't treat other people like NPCs, treat them like peers, treat them like real human beings as you would in real life, and not as you're playing Grand Theft Auto Online with
Nodders, man, nodders.
I think that having like just even like a baseline,
except for Ziggy.
Respect. Okay,
sorry.
All right, a baseline of respect for the
Coil
people
sucks, by the way.
that you're interacting with is like, I don't know, that's something that I was trying like keep in the back of my head is, am I being respectful while staying as in character as I can be in difficult situations like that. When you kind of like throw that baseline out of the window, which it happens sometimes, people get heated, that's fine. But when you just completely disregard it and encourage the negativity that's already happening, and you kind of propagate that towards the person that you're interacting with, it just really shoots that down the hole. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, as a cop, that baseline respect, like from the opposing end, is huge. Because as cops, we are literally pinned against 80% of the server, and without that, we get absolutely destroyed.
And if you guys weren't around, it would suck. That's why we spent like an hour to 2 hours talking about how important it is to have more cops and how can we have more cops, like what could change so that there is like actually more fucking cops on the server, and if it's causing burnout, then it's gonna ruin. It literally ends up cucking criminal content. Like criminals getting W's every now and then because they mauled literally ends up cucking criminal content in the long run. Because then you have one fucking officer per Polito robbery, and that sucks ass. No one wants that.
Need to get some fresh blood in the cops force. A lot of the cops that are on the force have been doing this for years now, and it is overall exhausting.
All right, let me make a cop character. Sweet.
Do it.
All right.
I mean, that is the intent.
Yeah, Blau, you need to be a good role player to do that.
And a lot more. A lot more.
I haven't been.
Now we can talk about
yet, so.
eating ass and bidets all the time.
You were talking to Kylie actually.
My role play is just talking about the kinks of chain gang. So yeah, that's
This
my
guy
role play.
literally-
the kinks of you.
This is what happens. Literally, we get into a car, we drive around, and this guy starts talking about how what his fucking sexual fantasy.
Okay, bidets are fucking sick
Licking
though. I don't know why.
they
Like,
are.
especially Rami or
This is
Saab.
actually why I'm gonna join
I'm
the clean
disappointed.
boys is
You know
because
what? I was gonna
align with
say,
them
Mickey.
more.
Mickey, we need to hang out more.
I'm joining Clean
no,
Wars,
no,
dude.
no, no,
I'm
no,
done.
no, no,
I'm
hold
done.
on.
They
My
can
strat.
understand me.
Mickey, the only part they picked up was the bidet. They didn't pick up the after part of
No,
what
they
happens
agreed
after
with
you
the rim
use
job
bidet.
thing. They agreed with the rim job thing.
That was
Actually,
just sad.
Hassan did agree with
Get
it.
his
to be
ass
fair.
waxed and everything. Goddamn.
Got the Brazilian wax going.
We were talking to Kylie about it, and she was explaining to us, Curvy, about how you guys plan on getting new cops on board and everything like that. And I think it's awesome. It's one of those things where some of us, like myself and like Jared, I'd speak on both of our behalves whenever I say that we've wanted cop for a long time and we haven't been able to get it. And now that you guys are actually have that ball rolling, it's you guys are moving a lot faster, but it's still, to us who've been waiting for 10 months, it's still slow.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
Did someone
faster
say
than
rim job? Yeah,
before
we can.
we only
Exactly.
hired
That's what I'm trying to
Man.
say.
This fucking
That's
dude.
dumb as fuck, bro.
Talking about Cox, he's back.
Yeah,
we used to hire literally like 2 times a year, so I think it's
I know.
a little bit
Exactly.
better. Than
Yeah.
that, you know?
100%.
I can't even remember the last academy before this one, and I've been told the next one was coming up. You know what I mean?
It's forever
That's
ago.
insane. Yeah, right.
It was a long time ago. I
They're
do like
rapid
that,
fire and shit now.
that recruitment is going to be far more frequent,
Thank God.
but in smaller numbers. But the priority is likely still going to be, more of an in-character focus on recruitment, alongside trying to prioritize people who are going to main cops. Because if all we did was take on people who were going to part-time originally, that presents an issue, right? We're going to take on all these cadets, and then a majority of them aren't going to be around.
I don't have a stone cold fucking clue if I want a main cop because I've never even tried it.
I think that's an issue for the innate time zone. It's like there's a lot of part-time cops, and then we need more.
Yeah, man.
I
You
think
think part-time cops?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I don't know. I've seen that Conan guy around. He's pretty good, but I just I don't see him around enough. You know what I mean?
Oh my god! By the way, can I just say the fact that I can get away from Conan Clarkson and whoever his like
Yeah, but I'm
runs
not-
at
like,
Richardson,
I don't-
the fact that I
excuse
can get
me?
away from them, I know
Yeah,
they're
but
shit
you-
cops.
Yeah, I
Number
wasn't
one.
fucking driving, bitch.
Listen, number two.
I'm just
that's your first
say,
mistake.
I'm just gonna say, if Kylie isn't awake, if Kylie isn't awake, if Dan Falia isn't awake, and if Curvy isn't awake, I have no fucking stress if I'm getting away from the
What
cops.
the
in
fuck?
car,
This guy
alright?
acting like
I'm
he's
just
a
gonna
good
say,
driver.
you hear that?
I'm just gonna fucking say,
Yeah, but
okay?
this guy's touched. Like, what do you like? you know?
Robbie,
Why
the last time
one
you've
of the
driven a
fastest
car
cars, man?
for
Figure out
longer
the
than
fucking
10
walls,
fucking
wait,
minutes
man.
without crashing it, tell me, because it's
You
never.
know,
happened.
Hutch, get away in a car that's not the Dominator, all right, man?
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. One thing I'd like to see possibly change for cops then, and we did talk about it earlier, but I'd bring it up again, since we have some other cop RPers in here. I just think that like of the list of things that cops have to go through in a day, just cut away some of the bullshit, like some of the time stuff that doesn't have you out on the streets like doing shit. And maybe that's like some fun RP
The
stuff.
thing
like,
is,
I feel like they
people
need.
enjoy that though, Mickey. Some
Yeah.
cops
It's
not
like
for
genuinely
repairing
enjoy
cars
that.
is not repairing. It's not for RP.
Oh, they're repairing shit.
I
Hell
enjoy
no.
the
like
downtime
car
every now and then,
repairs.
though. I like the pause though every now and then.
Can you
Like some
elaborate?
cops will like just stand around and talk. They'll get a call,
like
but they'll
that
rather
shit,
just
yeah.
like kind of just continue whatever conversation they're having instead of like going to the call.
For the record, for the people in my chat, if you
some
get shot and you get
programs where
rescued by the
there's so many
EMS, you're fine.
Back to back doing
You
Exactly.
can't remember if you
There's
get
so-
shot
there's so
and
many
you don't get
different
resuscitated by
I
EMS.
wish
I
I
think
could
that's
go
a
back to
rule
back
that
to
people
back.
are not
I
understanding. It doesn't matter if you get shot in the head or not. It's just the way it is.
I swear to God, I am waiting. I'm like waiting on my phone for a house robbery, and then I'm waiting on my phone for an oxy run. I'm waiting for an email.
Yeah, been
Like,
Yeah, but hold on. After every single oxy run, you don't then have to do like a 10-minute report about the locals you sold your oxy to, and then you have to argue with the lawyer about the oxy.
Exactly.
It gets
That's what
exhausting.
I'm saying. I
And
want
at
to
that
just go and
point,
do
they're
shit.
just fucking. At that point, they're just mechanics. You know what I mean? Like if they can't go out and RP and like talk to people in the PD and whatever. I mean, I 100% could understand how they would literally like in 2.0. There was a big conversation and meeting that some of us were there for, where the cops basically said that they felt like mechanics, and they kind of were. They were just, hey, we're doing a job. Come and fucking police our job and make us feel like we're running.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
be a part of our plan. The cops enjoy.
Cops should also not,
That's
turn up
no.
for robberies and stuff and be, pissy about it because of guards to go there, right?
Agreed.
it's part of
Yeah,
the. You sign up to be a cop. It's part of the thing.
And
Yeah,
again,
it's
I'm
a tricky
gonna
balance
quote-
though.
I'm
Primarily
gonna quote
because
Penta.
go ahead.
I'm gonna quote Pinto whenever he said, "Yeah, I don't go to bank robberies." I don't think that he should be able to say, "I don't go to bank robberies."
Well,
you know?
we try to make the bank robberies fun too.
I think he should be able to say something like that because of the amount of quarter RP he's brought and like all that whole aspect of the PD that basically 99%.
I think
stuff like
yeah,
stuff like that's an equity.
Oh, shit, Moon is back.
From their officers, just respond, right? If they say, like, I need backup, I need you here. I don't give a shit what you're doing. I need you.
He does it though. I don't know why he said that because he literally has responded to like 3 bank robberies in the last 2 days.
Exactly why, just
and all he has to do is just stay back and take the hostage. He doesn't chase, right?
Yeah, that's what he does.
That is
But
very
I don't
true.
understand. Hold on. I'm just confused right now. So like, but why does he not like chasing or like like
Just
like
his preference.
Yeah, it's just not what he enjoys.
Yeah, I mean, there's different aspects.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm just curious. I was just curious. I didn't know.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Even amongst the
in
criminals,
the
right?
earlier part of what we were talking about, we Pinto was in here, and the one thing he said was that if there's a bank robbery, I just don't go. Now he actually does go, but he deals with the
There's clips
hostage,
of
and he
talking on
doesn't
their
want to
stream
have to
about,
fucking
dude.
chase us
But
'cause
like,
he just
that's
doesn't
what I'm
enjoy it.
saying.
Yeah, even in the crim activity, Rami, like I try to
Motherfucker,
get
there's
all
like
the
cops
gang
that
to,
probably
play
didn't
dress
like
up and
me.
do a fun little.
There's probably people that I role play with right now that don't like me because of my politics or never liked me because of my politics that have a drastically different opinion on me now.
And my outfits are so amazing. Shut up.
There's people that probably did not like me at all. And now I'm role playing with them and they probably like me. You know why? Because I'm fucking respectful. That's the difference. Okay? Do you understand? It's literally the difference because like while we're playing role play in a server, I'm fucking, being respectful to what they're doing. Hutch is like a Republican, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, right? So
yeah.
you might not be able to give as much RP to that person
Yeah.
as Penta would to someone at a bank robbery, right?
Like if somebody requests a bench trial, I'm letting you go. Like I'm memeing when I say that.
Nah,
Obviously,
dude.
I'm memeing when I say that, but you know what I mean. Like
No, I've been covered many times where we just let people go to avoid paperwork.
I love bench trials. I think a lot of us have been like
What are you
that
saying,
too.
Ashley?
I'm
Or
saying
Ashley,
that.
sorry.
Okay. I think a lot of us, like, we have different styles, right? Like Rami and I probably are like the same way. We're like a ping chaser. So at the end of 2.0, there was like a bank robbery, then there was like a jewelry store, then there was like a traffic stop, then there was an 80, and that is like, I loved that so much. I loved the back to back like action.
Bank truck.
We'd all call on call signs.
Bro,
Like,
yo, I remember vividly. There's one day, bro. It was me and Randy on duty. Dude, it was like a vault to a Polito to
bro,
like
that shit
3
was
money
so
trucks
fun.
back to a vault. Bro,
Oh,
it was
the best.
it was fucking amazing. I like that, but I
Yeah,
mean,
just some people like that, some people don't.
Each
That's
his
just what
own,
it is
you
at the end of the day.
Though,
Bro, there's
I would like it to. I'd like it to be heard that train wreck.
this is 100% true, by the way. Most people are hopping on the Juicy stream during bank robberies too. Oh, absolutely. A lot of the people who have a high horse attitude here about XQC being banned, that's what I'm trying to fucking say. Like, they literally egged them on, most likely, and enjoyed that content. And now they're like, oh, well, it went too far, and I'm a
Do it.
You would never race again in your life, man.
No racing,
I'll take
bro.
your money, man. I'll take your money, man. Give me the money.
Can I have your card?
Oh, shit. We got a
How you
VIP
doing?
here.
Ban forever.
And there he is. Now we have to get train wreck in here.
No shot.
You want to cuddle in the cold
This
again?
is the final boss
They're
into
banned
the
forever.
fucking chat. So X, please explain what happened.
I mean, he's gone.
I just like so traumatized.
That was literally burnt. How can he have the attention span for RP if he won't even stay into the call? It was fucking burnt.
Wait, so actually,
shot.
Wait.
Forever. Ban forever.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not.
So much for homework. Why the fuck did you not come to Austin? Oh, I'm doing homework. No, you're
that a
pretending to be
soundboard?
X in a fucking.
It's a soundboard.
Ban forever. Ban forever.
Who's that?
That's not actually.
I love how everyone's attitude changed so dramatically.
Hey guys, I'm sorry. Was it a good meme? Was it a good meme? That's all I need to know.
That was good, yeah.
The good dude.
What the hell?
I couldn't help myself. Seer wasn't here, so I had to replace it.
Of course you would do it.
Dude, I got so excited.
Forever.
Oh man, that was good. Oh my fucking god.
Be surprised if it wasn't on Reddit.
When you post that picture of Dr. D looking over the fucking.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh,
god!
that was so funny,
dude. Yeah, that was good. That was yeah. Beautiful. Yo, Doc as cop though, maybe.
Oh yeah, Doc as a cop would be amazing.
Yeah.
Speaking of arrive.
Here's that.
Yeah, well, let me choose my avatar so people
I'm
don't.
gonna say this: the Doc has talked a lot of shit to me about how good he is at race car games. Okay,
You know he's
Yeah.
from what I remember,
He
isn't
talks a lot
he?
of shit.
Isn't he whitelisted?
I remember he was back.
Motherfucker, everyone in this call's talking shit, but was right as Dick if he were in the call. I don't think Summit would. I don't think Moon would, and I would definitely not either. Look, I defend XGC when people are like attacking him for no reason. Oh shit, Neff's on the call.
He's not going to be able to, though, right?
Because of
the whole Twitch thing.
Yeah, he won't be able. You sure about that?
Wait, why
Can you not have
He's
him on?
banned.
the
We
stream?
literally cannot have him on our stream.
There was an issue a while back where there's an EMS character that got banned on Twitch, and
I remember
like
this.
somebody like shit for having her on stream.
It was Julie Davis.
Here's the thing though.
The infamous.
So here's the thing though. We've reached out to so many Twitch staff in the past, and we've never got a direct, reasonable answer from Twitch staff saying, "Hey, people can be banned, but they can still be an RP. They just can't be the focus of your stream, etc." We never got a clear answer. It was always
That's like a gray area.
I think
Are
that's
we gonna
perfectly
roll somebody
vague.
like that though? When I got banned for the whole vanilla unicorn thing, they told me I wasn't allowed on the server either.
Well, that's because we made that
Just in
rule,
case.
not
Yeah.
Twitch. We're just assuming that's the rule.
It's a mix of both, right? Because the Twitch rule is, as far as I'm aware, has been that if you are banned on Twitch, any streamer that has a banned individual show up on their stream will.
Yeah,
It's
but
like ban evasion.
I remember there was a
Yes.
thing where
Yep.
like he was in
Yep.
a Warzone tournament with like Nate Shot or something like that, and like nothing happened. to him.
Mayshot said they had to make a choice. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Mm.
I've been on this site since forever. You know, Twitch is gonna have to make a decision.
Yeah, there was one tournament that he
Oh, so
wasn't
he, like,
allowed
kinda,
to
like,
participate in, and one tournament that he
snowballs them.
actually did participate in, right?
What
Because Nate said, fuck it. If you're gonna ban me for playing with Doc, then do it. But you're gonna have to make a choice to do it or not.
I mean, I feel like if Doc came and played on No Pixel, honestly played and imagine all the people he interacted with. What's Twitch's choice? Ban every streamer on No Pixel? There's no way they would do that.
Oh my god.
Yes, they would. Dude.
Yes, they would.
No, they would ban a couple people for sure. They 100%
Same
would.
conversation about DMCA that we had. You know, everyone thought like, oh, DMCA, that doesn't mean nothing. And next thing you know, you look at your email, you got 2 fucking warnings. You're like, oh shit, they're being real. You know.
I got a warning for Vanilla Unicorn too.
Really?
No way, really?
Warning, but not banned. Why?
Well, I didn't do anything too aggressive, but they were
Did you get laid? Did you shag? Rated, what did you do to get banned for the VU thing?
a little bit of European roleplay.
A lot of things.
European roleplay. That's what he was doing.
I walked in to clean some money, and then the next day I was banned. So.
Oh god.
Actually, I didn't do anything. I didn't.
He was asking him how to do homework and shit.
You know what I did do actually? I'll be honest. All right.
What,
I went
what?
in there. I went up to her and I was like, "What's the capital of Sweden? What's the number for pi?" Asking her homework questions. And the next time I got banned.
Oh, the capital of Sweden. That's a dick joke. Get rid of him.
I'm
Get rid
sorry,
of
I'm
him.
sorry.
Wait, I kind of have a random question for everybody in here. Speaking of Vanilla Unicorn, have any of you guys actually ERP'd on the server?
No.
What the fuck?
My man. What's going on, baby? Are we talking while live or off mic?
Medi has
Medi
ERP worse
100%
than
has.
anybody. Medi has.
No, I have
Yeah,
not.
I'm pretty sure Medi has. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Medi has.
I can speak for. So I know me, Kevin, Rami, all of us do it in the car rides for chain gang. We
Listen,
ERP
I
all the
would
time.
be damned
Summer
if
has
Sear
that?
hasn't. I'd be damned if Sear hasn't.
I got a question, though.
I appreciate it, but believe it or not, I am capable of getting laid dated in real life.
You just haven't since last March, is it?
Sierra, I'm
Okay,
pretty
it's been a
sure
year.
me and you fucked in a bush last week.
We did.
In GTA.
Yeah, I mean, like, when does it not count? Because we did it. We did fuck in a bush.
Okay. Other, like, in the car
Does
and shit,
anyone
like, as a
remember
joke.
that? Does anyone remember that clip from Coil walking in on two people?
Yeah, the apartment's
Off the end
pink
of the-
cage.
Oh
my
God.
No, I got a story.
It
I
used
got a
to be a
story.
big
Back
thing
in
back in the day.
2.0,
Yeah.
Back in 2.0 server 2, because I didn't have good enough proud to get into server 1 after Coop bumped me down. I was so I was on server 2. I was in the fucking trenches. Might as well have been banned. And I didn't know that you could walk into other people's apartments if they unlocked it. So there was like this,
Oh,
there
no.
was like these group of people that would always be in bikinis and they would hang out by the pool at the pink cage. And next thing I know, I walked into a whole orgy of fucking, and I had no idea.
Bro, this is a part of roleplay where I'm like, I'm out. This is the part of roleplay where I'm like,
yeah,
man,
it was,
and
and then I jumped right in, and it was great.
You walked in on VR chat, RP.
It was crazy, literally. It was like
God.
My boy
walked
Odd
in-
real quiet right now. What's going on?
Judd, you've been around a long time, right? The ERP in the server used to be way worse. Like, it was actually like legit.
wait, really? People would like actually fuck in this? Yo, that is so crazy. Okay.
There used to be like 32 people in the server. It was a big thing.
Let me tell you, right?
Oh,
There's a reason.
I've had sex before in roleplay. I just closed off my screen.
And Sam,
And it was the only sex you had. Of course you do, bro. Of course you do.
Of course I respect. Yeah, Sam at least out here, he's innovative with this stuff. You know, as soon as I talk about waxing my asshole, you guys get all upset. Anyways, Ashley,
there we go.
Brother, this is the honest truth.
By the
okay?
way, I haven't said what's up. What's up, everybody?
I've done this on purpose. This is the reason why I've done it. The reason why Judd fucks tractors is because the ERP in Arma and GTA was so fucking cringy. I wanted to make sure I never got wrapped into it.
That's why I made my character gay. But
Sure, sure,
that doesn't
man,
all
sure.
gay.
Yeah,
So it really doesn't help me out at all.
Yeah, we're all gay here, man.
Ashley,
Yeah, what's up?
so the story I have was, and I think I've told the CG boys this story, but this is my encounter with it was actually at the VU. And you know, I'd have Mickey be stripping, but the thing was when the boys were doing jobs early on, I would strip and I would watch them doing the jobs. I would like, you know, tab out and basically just watch them do the jobs.
We'll see ya. You're banned.
Power gaming, I know. Yeah, fucking ban me.
I wonder
for
how he
whatever.
learned about all the jobs.
He's very good at hacking now.
Hacking all of a sudden.
That is crazy. Bro. He did just walk in there and knew how to hack right away, right?
Anyways, so
watch
here's
the
the
VOD.
thing. Shots when he was when I would be at the vanilla year, Shots would just fuck around with me and be like, oh Mickey, I want to braid your back hair. But like obviously like fucking around with me. Like he would like say things to me like that. But obviously
Turn you on a bit?
I tabbed like I remember there and like, you know, Vinny was just saying some stuff in character, like some lewd shit, but it was like, you know, just the boys, you know, doing shit to each other, whatever. I remember watching the boys do a heist. I tabbed back in. There was this person I've never met before just saying really like they were like, oh, I'd love to give you a hand job in the back. Dude, like this dude going really like into it with me. I told you guys about this. I remember just being like,
oh yeah.
I remember tabbing back in.
I got jealous.
I have one question and one question only. Will, was this you?
Yeah, dude, that's what I was about to say. I was like, Blast Noise, how you gonna put me on blast like this?
It wasn't
I'm
you.
in the call,
But
man.
that's the thing. That's the thing. Well, like, Marco, like your character's done that with me, but you also like know me in real life, and like you'll say like really.
I
provocative
think
things to my
also
character.
like okay, so I think a
And then
lot
it's
like
funny.
I think a lot like Judd, the provocative things I say are so like outlandish that no one would ever conflate them with real life. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you can tell it's a joke.
It's always like I want you to scream at my genitals, and then you know what I mean, like something where like when you hear it, like yeah, it's sexual, but at the same time you're like, what the fuck is he? Even I want you to whisper about like various parking tickets you received in my ear. That's very erotic for me. And so like that's how I always like skirt that line of being like a very sexual character, but still trying to keep it as funny as possible.
Arma was really bad. Like
Really bad.
you'll hear like there's admins that used to ghost. Admins would ghost people. And, like,
We should have been
they
there.
were
Raiden.
they were
been there.
full blown.
Built for us.
Fuck, we should have went there, man. Fuck, missed out.
Hey, you know how I can tell we're role
Fuck.
players? Because listen to how orderly this call is with how many people are in it right now.
Dude,
It's fucking insane.
Bro. Everyone in my chat is being like, how is this 33 person call less scuffed than scuffed? How is this a better functioning podcast?
Wait,
than
there's
Scuffed?
there's the same amount of players in here right now as the No Pixel 2.0. Holy
Isn't that
fucking
nuts?
shit!
Oh my god, actually true. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Shouts out to the
Crazy.
devs. You guys are you guys are crazy.
Do y'all think if the server were to
I
go
do
up
not
to
think.
200 players, do you think that'd work?
We need a different spawn point, man. We need fucking apartments, dog. At
You know
this
what's
point.
crazy, Eddie?
It was
You know what's
going for like
crazy?
a week.
There hasn't been a big difference from 60 players to what it is now. Like,
Isn't that nuts?
I agree with
weird.
that.
It's a
It
weird
doesn't
thing.
feel
I agree with
too
that.
different.
From the
It
cop
feels
side,
more alive.
From the cop side, it's a pretty big difference.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
It's a
the
lot
cop
different,
presence is
Yeah,
the
I think
one
it would
that has
come down
keep up,
to
right?
whitelist. Do we have the capacity to support that?
And not
Yeah,
just that,
good point.
I feel the reason it works right now is because the amount of concurrent crime that happen or that can happen at any given time isn't nearly as high as it used to be.
True.
There's cooldowns, and it
Yeah, for
forces
now.
us to be able to, like, even if we don't have 16 cops online, we still have typically enough cops to respond to whatever concurrent crimes are actually happening, whether that be house robberies, store robberies, Fleekas, Polito. None of that stuff happens back to back to back to back to back, and it lets there be sort of I don't know. I imagine it's intentional, but there's a cooldown in between.
Yeah, and the thing is as well, right? If we are there the max cop limit, we're still only one cop for every 10 people on the server.
Yep.
There hasn't been any back-to-back-to-back-to-backs, but just the other day there was 2 Fleekas literally within like a 10-minute span.
You are really quiet, by the way,
Aaron,
man.
Dan Bailey enters the room.
Hello.
What, Dan?
You are super quiet, dude.
Yo, Kevin, what is
I'm gonna hit a fucking 2-minute ad break here, or 1-minute ad break at least. I haven't run any ads throughout this podcast. I totally fucking forgot. Top of the hour, boys. Sorry. Holy shit.
Up, I'll take it. The server's really boring today.
It's down.
I don't think you can get on right now.
It was down.
I think you get on again probably.
It's up
Oh my
right now,
God.
but it's all super
It's like
stuff still.
laggy and like it takes a long time to load sharp.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys remember when they, I think it was when they added the vault to the back of the 24/7s, and they were being chain robbed, and there was no cooldown, and so they were all actively being robbed. At the same
Motherfucker,
time.
just
If that was
subscribe,
still
you
happening
fucking
right
bitch.
now with 160
Okay?
players, that would be
Sick and tired of your bullshit.
It'd be impossible to deal with.
We'd
Well,
literally
we-
have to, we'd have to have a cop at every fucking gas station.
No, there
Yeah.
literally was a time that I remember very distinctly. There would be a time when literally every single Fleeca was being hit simultaneously.
No
Like, when there's only
yeah.
6 cops. in
The good old
server,
days.
and it was fucking
Yeah, I
insane.
heard there was a guy. I heard there was a guy who just like who would solo fleekas all the time. That's what I heard.
Yeah, it was Blood.
yeah.
Blood. Remember Blood?
No,
Or
it wasn't-
Polito Bank.
Oh, it was Vlad. Yes, it was Vlad. That was Vlad.
It was Young Dad, bro.
No, it was Moon Moon. I heard it was Moon Moon. That's what I was making fun of.
I
vividly remember I'd log on the restart and Mumu would come up to me. He'd be like, "Yo, Rami." I was like, "Yo." He's like, "Yo, bro. I just fucking tsunami just hit, bro. Rush up to Polito, bro. Turn the power off. It was good. Just got 25 valuable goods, bro. I'm out here rich. I'm about to buy a Lambo." I was like, "What the fuck?"
These dumb motherfuckers put in a mechanic to make it silent. I'm like, come on, man.
Well, it was the
True.
same thing, bro. Like back in early ESB days, back before everyone hated us, it was like right whenever we would log into the server, because obviously getting started in 2.0, we had nothing. We needed to make money. Right when the server hit, 3 of us straight to fucking Polito. 3 of us bank truck hunt. Someone go to the fucking go to the jewelry store.
At one point, Bro, at one point, people were buying Polito houses and then spawning up there and
Really?
running to
No
the
shit.
Polito
Oh,
bank.
no.
And then, bro, I swear to God, I'm not
It's
even lying to you,
true.
bro.
Yeah,
people
it's
were
true.
doing
Yeah,
that.
it's
People
true.
were
What?
buying
People were
houses
doing
in
that
Polito.
shit?
They were
No
spawning
way.
up there and
Bro,
running to the
and-
Polito
That's
bank
some,
and hitting
that's
it
some
right away.
powerful gaming right there.
If that's the case, then I really like
Strategic
I,
real estate.
I like the changes where it now is more like. If that's the case, I do respect some of the
That's some
changes.
shit
that are more
Blastoise would
like-
do. I swear to God, he would do that shit.
Well, that
Hell
was the
no.
same thing with what we did with fucking back in the day, the Misfits, bro. Like we would literally go from the bank. It was like a well-oiled fucking machine under fucking OTT. It was literally like bank job straight up north.
Thank you for
drop
the
the
10
shit off,
gifted
hit
free
the
guac
house, hit the
1297. Are you
house, and
happy?
We're done. We're fucking chopping
Yeah,
cars.
this guy's
Are you happy,
bragging,
chatter,
this
who
guy's
said
bragging.
Matt?
How's that
You
going,
was
bro?
mad?
Look at that guy, man. Dead in the cave.
I still think for me, what I would want in the current system.
They're talking
is
about
not
Moomoo, right?
necessarily
They're
more
talking shit about
crime. I
Moomoo?
just kind of like want like more info into like when I can and can't do it, right? Like if I was.
No, I think Tony got a house in Polito, not to fucking do Polito robberies, but because it's cheap.
Fleekas were hit like 20 minutes ago. You can't hit it
that's
now.
not a
Like
bad
the
idea,
system's down.
actually.
Yeah.
What is this? Here's a clip from GTA Pecorino.
I have a question for the police players. Let's say that there is like a server of like 200 to 300 people on NoPixel and it goes up. What amount of cops do you think is necessary for it?
Wait, did you just say what number?
Like, let's say like there's like somewhere
Real
between
you.
200 to 300 people on the
I
server.
think like 200. It was like 30 or 40.
What is this?
10%. That's a pretty good number right there.
I know.
Put your fucking hands up right
I know I
now.
haven't played
Pick
COD
me
for a
up.
while.
Pick
I
me
played
up
like
now.
probably like 5
What's the
times
matter
total
with you? Pick me up.
3.0. But like the radio,
Pick me up now.
the radio of
Pick me
everybody
up.
trying to talk over each other.
Pick
Like,
me
I
up
think that's
now.
the biggest problem PD has.
I think it would have to split up into squads.
I
right?
think
So you
everybody
put a
talking
kind of-
over the radio
Tom,
over one
let's
another,
do it.
and then like scenes just being a shit show is what the biggest issue is.
Well, you
Well,
get you get a big enough department. You split up. You put BCSO in the county,
Yeah,
put them on
up
their own
north.
frequency, and then put PD down
LSPD down
south.
south.
You know, and then
Yeah.
if
That
would be so sick.
Yeah, and then one
Yeah.
emergency frequency that you guys can be like
Exactly,
all
for
units.
joint
You know, a
operations,
bank
yeah.
is being hit or something. Yeah.
That
I
would
kind of
be-
like that because I remember there was a time where there was like they were
Sounds like
talking
you gotta
about like
need more
splitting up.
cops.
a lot more cops.
How you really want to be a cop, huh?
We both do, bro. I'm right there with them.
It,
problem with,
it
like, splitting-
sucks though.
Play the character.
Park Ranger John Charleston.
I
The thing
feel
with splitting departments is
I think
that
me and Hush just had
no-
such a great time the first day. Sorry, how to go on, brother.
No worries. It's like there's not a lot of things to do on the north side still. Like for departments to split between north and south, you would need like Fleekas incorporated somewhere
Not
in the map.
necessarily north and south, just two different departments. You know, just a separate. They could
I
just
don't
be
know.
on the
If
same
departments
areas,
are
but
functioning in the same area on different radio channels, wouldn't that get a little messy?
Well, so what would have to happen is dispatch would have to break people out and assign their channels and all that kind of shit. We would need to like a little bit of an evolution to the development of it.
I think if you're assigned to a call, it puts you on a radio for that call. You know.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily know that I agree in that there's nothing to do up north.
Also, people need to
Because
follow chain of command as well.
Delivery drivers alone, dude, I could sit there for 8 hours a day just pulling them over, no questions asked.
Bro.
Back to back to back. You put me on the freeway or Sonora Road, I guarantee I'll get a citation
Shit, you
every
could
10
just-
minutes.
Okay, this is like a literal real cop shit.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I've done that. And it's super enjoyable.
This is like
because a
real
lot of
life
times the
cop
newer
shit.
Players are delivery drivers. You know, they're starting at the bottom. Makes perfect sense. And you get to know these players that you otherwise wouldn't interact with because they're doing deliveries.
Is this the biggest Discord
I
call
thoroughly
you've been
enjoy
in?
that, but
Is
then
in
I
like
get- or then again, I know
this
it's not
many
everyone's cup
people?
of tea.
Yes.
So I'm not going to force people to sit there on those
If you're
roads
asking
pulling
about
people
like
over 24/7.
fame related,
I mean, I,
I
love
don't
traffic
think so.
stops, but
I don't.
How, long, how often do you do them? Like,
Do you mean
do
like
them,
size wise
7
with
days
the
a week?
amount of people?
Like, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Pull someone
mean,
over 3 times back to back.
In 3.0, traffic stops were
I remember
extremely
that.
rare.
That was me.
Oh no, not just you.
I'm sorry, in 2.0, traffic stops were really rare.
Yeah, but that's what makes 3.0 so much better. The respect is a little bit more there again for the
Yeah,
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's not
Bro.
nearly. It's like I would say people are far less likely to run from traffic stops as they used to be, and not only that, I try my best to reward compliance. Like that's the entire thing behind Rhodes the character is if you work with Rhodes, he's willing to work with you. But if you just immediately start bullshitting with Rhodes and it's blatantly obvious, oh, I got this car from
It was him
the
who called me,
apartments,
right?
Don't know the guy, don't know his phone number.
It was
I have
him who
no way
called
to
me, right?
contact him.
Elephant?
Oh, Yahoo Messenger is how he wants me to contact him. It's like, you know, well, I think I might arrest you for joyriding. But if you're like, listen, I took the car, you know, whatever the situation is, I'm like, all right, listen, here's my middle ground. Give me your lockpicks, anything illegal on your person, you're free to go. And this happens every single day if people give me the opportunity to provide that to them.
Yeah,
But if
I
they
mean,
start off on the wrong foot, it's like, it's hard to justify
Yeah,
doing the
whatever
same
you
thing.
say, you petty fuck.
Bro, I was driving up. I had my friend Racy driving my car like 122 miles up the fucking highway, and Sergeant Rose gives me a call. He passes by as the lights on, and then I get a random call on my fucking phone, and it's him. He's like, yeah, you were going 122 miles down the fucking highway. Slow the fuck down.
That sounds familiar.
I mean, my thing, honestly, and you can ask CG this. I mean, I've pulled them over for stupid shit before, but they start bullshitting with me as far as their conversation.
Oh, when you
Oh god, it's so cringe. Am I doing?
Conversation.
Basically, every time.
Oh, you say miles and not miles per hour?
Start sucking each other off, and then he.
That was where wasn't that where the like axe waxing came from and stuff? Was
How long is the podcast gonna be?
It was actually, yeah.
And the fear bonus.
I had
fear
Kurt
bonus.
pull me over. I had him pull me over, give me a citation, tell me to walk to the courthouse in the South Side, and then pull me over and send me to jail for stealing a car to get to the courthouse to get a fucking license.
So scary. I keep doing the accent.
Curvy. He literally he told me I had to walk away from my car and walk to the courthouse. I said, "Can I get a ride?" He said, "Nope, I'm not a taxi service." Then I stole a car, and then he arrested me for stealing a car while I was on my way to go get my license.
Oh shit, he got your
Dude,
ass.
anytime I let someone go, so it sucks now because now if I request a tow in a vehicle, it locks them, and I've typically already taken their lockpicks. So it's hard to do now, but a lot of times I'll actually not request a tow so it doesn't lock. I'll literally just sit up the road, and sure enough, 30 seconds later, they're jumping in the car and taking off.
Dude, they do that 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
like, every
yeah.
fucking time.
The 2.0
Me
meta,
over like 6 times in a row. Do you remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, absolutely. So
it was.
Do you remember the 2.0 meta of not getting a traffic citation? It was literally to stall for as long as you could until a bank was being robbed.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yep. Yep.
Holy fuck.
You remember the Conan special? I give like 11 points on like one traffic stop.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh
shit.
god.
Hey, I was impressed with you when you figured that out.
I
Like, we could
remember-
do
Dude, I
these
fucking
things.
found a
We typically
loophole in that.
don't.
And like the,
Yeah.
yeah.
What was the loophole?
I think at the end of 2.0,
it was crazy. It was like it was stacking, but it wasn't stacking. It was like
I mean,
failure
it
to
was-
use a traffic control device, and then it was like riding on the sidewalk, illegal parking, failure to use a turn signal.
I would kill you right there. I
It
would
was
legit kill you.
stacked. It was
Bro,
so stacked.
I would just shoot you down, bro.
It was stacking, but it wasn't. It was weird.
That
I don't
is
know how to explain it.
That's literally
That's
stacking.
one
You were stacking.
Nah,
You were
imagine
stacking.
if
You
you
were
could have that to
stacking
Rami.
100%.
Jesus.
Was I stacking? Oh my
Bro,
god.
you would
The
go in.
last- The last
Yeah, I
traffic
would have
stop
been
at
triggered as
2.0,
fuck. I ain't gonna
think
lie.
The most points you gave out was like 22 points in one traffic
It was the
stop.
fucking me before y'all killed me. Literally, I went in and I had literally a flawless fucking not record, but a flawless license. And I get out of a traffic stop with Conan fucking Clarkson. Next thing I know, my license is revoked, and I permit 3 days later. It was fucking ridiculous.
Was your
I
other
ain't gonna-
character was your character Hutch? Did you bring it back?
No, yeah. So my first character which is the boys killed him,
Yeah.
and a mine,
Deadeye.
and then the other one was Deadeye and
Wait a
ESB,
second.
and I got
ESB,
shot
man.
by.
Wait,
I
to
got-
keep killing him.
Not
Wait,
not
yeah,
again.
wait to
Yeah,
keep
I
killing
got-
him.
I
I
got
want to
killed by
play
them
so
again.
bad, dude. I'm like
Character
itching,
before Deadeye and
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
but I can't get in. Right? I
Yeah,
don't think the
so-
server is around, right?
So
What
for
was their
those who
first
don't
character
know,
name?
for those
Let's
who don't
see.
know, it was Hutch. It was the same thing as Hutch. It was Hutch
Oh.
something else. But I stole bricks of cocaine and guns
like-
from Vinny. And
I
in
remember that.
return,
Need to play.
They held me up at gunpoint, took me into the mines, wanted all the stuff back. OTT wouldn't do it, so they cut my head off.
Yeah, we kept killing him until he joined. You know.
Yeah, and they died again. Yep.
And finally, he joined CG after.
Yeah.
He's like, if I can't kill him, if I can't beat him, I'll join him.
Bro, my favorite clip of the before I perma Deadeye was I would talk to the boys, and they were all like, yeah, it's fine as long as Tyrone's gone, you're good. And then there was a clip of Rami, and it was between him and Mehdi, and they were and Nino was like, I don't want him running a purple or purple being in the city. And Robbie's like, oh yeah, man, fuck that guy. Fucking kill him.
Damn. They're ruthless.
I mean, that whole time was like, I'm pretty sure everybody said fuck purple at that point. You know,
Bro, crazy,
True.
crazy time, man. I think that was the first time like an entire server like was 100% dedicated against one fucking group of people.
Dude, I
was
watched
mind-blowing.
RP for so long after I stopped playing the first time, and I literally that was the era in which I had to stop. I was like, nah, fuck this,
Yeah.
dude. It was so bad.
Those were the
Yeah.
dark ages. That was rough.
He's sad.
And then only
What do you guys
Bryce
think
was wearing
about the
purple.
what do you guys think about the new Southside Ballers? Or that are back?
I think it's quite a few of them are sort of the original Southside Balls, and I think that's great. There's a lot of them. Yeah, they were really good. Honestly, it was so nice. And don't get me wrong, I understand sort of the gang versus cop contention, if you will. But I used to be able to go down a Grove Street and have a full-on conversation with them and not have to worry about getting shot immediately. And it was very nice to do that. It was sort of like community policing, if you will. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then it sort of came to the point where if I was on Grove Street, it was immediately just
Bro,
like,
is he
leave now or you're going to get...
is he an IRL cop? He sounds so much like a real cop. It's
like,
is he
Dude, I
literally
remember-
like a real
I
cop?
remember when we lost 2 Mustangs in the South Side. I was like, shit.
Oh, dude, that was so rough.
Yeah, I agree. Fuck Jack, man.
I got a question. So
Where is Jack? Is he here?
Yo. It started off bad. Like I'm a like. I think no one has ever really like talked about this, but I think that at the beginning it was actually like some pretty cool fucking seeing like
It
someone
was amazing.
come in and build up a crew and have such like a strong fucking crew kind of take over the South Side in a way. But then it went from us building
around
and us
calling people
once
cops,
we
dude,
got
that's
the
offensive.
cul-de-sac and once we achieved this big fucking goal that seemed impossible, it was like
We might end goal.
You can
now
ask
what?
him, what do you want me to do in front of
Exactly.
50
It was like
people?
we
Stop the
made
conversation,
it.
be like, dude, are
Now
you a real
let's-
cop?
Let's expand further. But our goal the entire time was to get the cul-de-sac, but now it's to do more than that. And it
Yeah,
was just
first he
weird,
says
man,
he's
and
gonna
it-
start to give
it
people
turned
tickets. Now he's talking
into,
about community
turned into
policing,
a,
literal real
how
cop.
big is your cock contest?
Big
And
measuring contest, indeed.
and it got ultimately it got ultimately fucking.
Hey, when is the VU coming back though? Because I just want to strip at this point.
Randy, close your ears, man.
Oh yeah.
Close your ears.
Cannot wait.
So what do
All right,
you?
I'm gonna head out, guys. Good night, guys.
Yeah, see you.
Hey,
Rami.
Rami.
What do
Nice,
you?
Rami.
See you later, man.
What do you guys think about like the admin RP events?
I
you
love
know,
them.
I thought it was
Yes.
fucking.
Oh, I thought they're great.
You talking about 2.0?
I'm not gonna lie. As a Civ character, it's like because James Marco is essentially like a degenerate Civ. It's really tough because like without those events, it just feels like it's like, all right, what do I do now? In between like the moments where you're like really like scratching for RP. So I like the admin events because they kind of give like your day a little structure.
What's the last admin event that you were able to participate in as James St. Marco?
I went to the jump event. I went late, but like it was just fun to jump in that
That
car.
was tight.
Yeah, it was fun to whoever won the car. I think it was Taco won the
Yeah,
car.
that was fucking tight.
Yeah, it was fucking Taco, dude.
We all got in the trunk.
Those aren't-
Everybody got in
those-
the trunk, and then he like
Oh, that was
jumped it
fun,
while we
yeah.
were
Those
all
aren't,
in the trunk.
those aren't the admin events. Those are like the business events. The admin events are like the crazy fucking. I don't even know what happened.
shit. It
The
was like a
shootout
pseudo
heist.
act.
I remember
It was a
2.0,
setup.
the big zombie event that happened. That was
Yeah,
that
was
Oh
was
yeah, that
that
was amazing. Yeah.
That was an
That was
amazing
fun.
time.
I
Bayo
feel
like
like
2 hours
said,
of fun.
yeah,
I feel
really
like
like
those,
you have something to say. Hey, you
I
want
can
you
give-
anything to say, Bayo?
About what?
Iceman, I mean. You
About
said
what?
You think so really about the whole event thing?
I thought they're
Do you have like
awesome.
a different opinion? Oh.
No, I thought they're awesome.
This motherfucker likes shooting more than any of us.
Me too.
True.
So I could I could give some
man.
I could give some perspective on this, considering I do a lot of these. For those of you that don't know, I play the puppet master that facilitates a lot of the racing
Nice,
ones.
ruined, dude, ruined.
Shout out to
Come
you,
on,
man.
Wait, you played the
And,
puppet master?
You're the fucking
Wait, wise guy, were you the ghost that was haunting Rooster's Rest and me?
Yeah, I was fucking with you.
That was one of the that was one of my favorite moments in the game so far.
So-
I didn't even know it was you, and people didn't know either because I don't think you were streaming.
And
I
do
personally love the admin events. I think it's great.
the Time Lord stuff. One thing I try and
That
do a lot
too.
though is try and keep it contained, because I noticed with DW's event, I was helping with that too. If there's too many parties involved, and especially if the police come in, they don't really know what's going on. It's a big shit show, right?
I think communication is huge in those parts.
Yeah, because there was something put out by DW, but it wasn't communicated properly within the PD after the
Right.
fact, right?
They literally didn't tell us.
Yeah,
Wise
that,
guy.
like,
They didn't
it
tell
was
us
never
shit,
announced.
yeah.
It was never announced
So-
anywhere.
What happened?
Yes. So like what I do with the Time Lord stuff is like, I got the nerds and the clean boys in on some stuff, and it was very contained. There was one issue where the cops got involved, and
With
it
the
was an
aliens,
event.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want anyone to shoot, right? So the cops wouldn't really turn up, but the shots
Wise
went off
guy.
and shit, and then the cops turned up.
I have a question about that actually. Did you know that I had a character named Onyx who had LSD when you
Really?
did that whole thing with the Time Lord?
I had no Oh idea. my god.
That was so funny
Wait,
when
was that
Buddha
back in
saw my
2.0?
character.
Was
What
your
was that, Aaron?
your Onyx character's 2.0, right?
Yeah, she was a
Yeah.
goth character from 2.0 that I carried over,
Maybe there
and
could be
I got
some
LSD,
crossover there.
and Buddha thought he found a gold mine, but I just had LSD for that one time. It was really funny.
Wise guy,
I think I want to ask everybody, what do you guys feel for these events to carry out like long term? Like, for example, if the PD responds to that, like, is it okay like to?
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, I
It
have
depends.
I have some thoughts on that.
As long as we get permanent reses and the cops get nothing, I'm good.
True. I agree.
Yeah, fuck the cops, bro.
So on that situation, what happened was we have a thing in the admin menu, right? We can revive. At least from my perspective,
No
I was trying to
way.
revive. We have two options. We can revive in people in distance, right? Or you can revive purely yourself or specific IDs. So some of the devs were doing revive in area, but it was reaching further to other crims that were actually down, which we weren't supposed to be resin, right? And the fact that we were around grandmas, I don't think maybe the crim should have really been resin around grandmas, considering there was already 8 of them, right? And you need to know where to cut your losses, right? When I do my kind of dev events, if shit happens, right? And if the cops turn up and if there's going to be consequences, you just accept it.
Yeah,
It's the
that's
way
what I
I
was
kind of go with it, and
hinting.
I don't give
Because like,
any sort of handouts. So I think in the future, you have to know if you're going into one of these events, you need to be ready to accept the consequences. If you're not, then
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
I
hand
don't know
off
if
to
you guys
someone else.
remember the heist that happened with CG, and like when guards were killed, and if CG was down, like I think Vinny got downed, and was
Yeah,
charged
the
with
Ferrari
crimes
heist.
first degree murder. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was there
Like
for that.
high reward, high.
And
high
the
pay.
RP the RP that followed that was fucking awesome.
And I think like those events like should
Yeah,
follow.
and,
Like,
like-
What are you
should
talking
follow
about?
through like
Only
that.
Summit
Like
left
those
now to
events.
get the
and
server
'cause
alive.
Tommy
Like
was the manager for the tuner shop,
Sykuno
right?
is
And that
like a
was really
40k
fast
Andy.
tuner shop.
Fucking
So I had to,
Valkyrie is
like,
like
fire
60k people
him.
on YouTube.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you guys are
if
fucking
anything, when you
crazy,
host these
dude.
events, you guys are supplying us with content, right? In a way,
Jesus
you guys are
Christ,
supplying us
it's
with
so
something that we shouldn't be
delusional.
supplied with, and it's going to make that stream
Come
amazing.
on, brother.
But it's on us like a sitcom. We have to take it. We have to fucking run with it. And if we're killing an army, generals or whatever that you guys were doing, I still have no idea what really happened. But whatever you're doing, the moment like you get caught up doing that with the AKs or whatever, you're fucked.
Well, yeah, the important thing is with those events is it might not be advancing your RP, but it's up to you to, help advance someone else's. So if you join that event, you get into it, you understand that you're giving.
Okay, so counterpoint though. Counterpoint is that I know there was the Panther event, which yes involved the a foreign army invading Los Santos and fighting us. The reason why that
Like,
was a little weird was
do-
because
do-
like if you ever
Bro, do XQC fans think like No Pixel didn't exist for the 2 weeks that XQC was banned? Like what the fuck? Like straight up.
In control of that one, right?
Right, and that's
I
why they
think
said-
it was more of an experimental one where, and there was an OSC rule given by DW to say, treat people as hired guns, so.
Yeah, but the problem with that is Randy Raided's head popped and he couldn't get into the city.
Must be nice, man.
Yeah, like he unfortunately missed the event and the boys need a fourth person, so they dragged me in the last like like literally 4 minutes before the heist. I get on it. My experience with by the way, I thought the event was incredible. I was an NPC for the event. I played the role of the crim that got fucking shot by Mr. K. At the
Listen,
start on
motherfucker, we
accident.
carried you around, all right? We literally carried you around the entire fucking map.
I played the role of the crim that was all like down the entire time. I was dragged around. I didn't get to see anything. But because I happened to get shot at one point, and I guess during a gunfight, Wrangler thought that it was wise to cuff me and search me and take pictures.
Yo,
of my
bad
inventory.
juicers, you make
Because of
excuses. You look
that,
bad when you say stuff like
I
that.
then afterwards got charged with terrorism.
But
And,
that shit
I had
happens,
no
you know?
idea.
That shit more than
Without
recognition
excuses goes down. By the way, the server been
And so,
out.
like,
How you
that
think
was
the
an
server
example.
got
I was
more
like,
recognition?
I
What?
expected to just kind of for not to be
Guys,
as, like,
you literally
carried
make
over
him look
because, like,
bad.
that
You
just
make
means I'm, like,
him
kinda fucked,
look
right? And I'm
delusional
like,
in comparison. He doesn't think this way. You do. Like I'm telling you, he does not think this way. You do.
Okay, so
And
that's
it's
the thing,
embarrassing
right?
for you
It's,
to represent him this
it's
way.
both sides,
Okay.
right? I mean,
Straight
should you
up.
really get those,
No, he doesn't.
consequences,
He does
especially when
not.
something was put
No,
out
he does
to
not
say
think that it's like this
you know,
server
you
is
shouldn't really
fucking
get those
alive because of him.
consequences,
No,
you know, you
if he
shouldn't. But
fucking
then
knew
again,
that,
should we as
then
the dev
he would have
team
never
and
tried to
admin,
come
should we
back.
really be putting out those separate rules?
He makes those
for
same points
events
on
like
stream
that?
even if he doesn't
I
believe it. There's
personally
no
don't think-
fucking
I
way
think
he
it's
believes
something we
that.
have to kind of tussle with, right, and figure out. But
It's tough.
again, at the same time, if you have to get roped into something, yeah, you might be helping out your boys. If you don't know what you're getting into, you need to be ready to accept those consequences for getting into some crazy shit that you didn't really, think it was going to be that crazy.
There was that one event on 2.0 on the aircraft carrier where everyone just kind of made temporary characters. I mean, for an event, if it's not your story that's advancing, then that's a pretty good idea.
But it's one of those things where the
Wise, yeah, that was a really
moment
fair point.
last
By the way.
No.
I agree with you.
He
I
was
actually agree with
talking.
you. That's a
He
good
wasn't
point.
talking
that
about
you
when he
show
gets
up to
banned.
that
Other
event,
streamers are going to be
even
out
if
on the
you don't
streets.
know everything
He was
that's
talking
involved,
about how
I would
if he
think
gets
that's more
banned,
of on,
or not
like,
after
the
he gets
boys
banned, but once
leaving
the
out
fucking
that
meta is
crucial
over,
information where
then
it's like,
a lot
hey,
of
man,
roleplay
we're gonna
streamers
do
are going to
terrorism
no
now.
longer be as popular.
or terrorism.
Okay,
So
he's not
come
saying
on.
when he goes away.
All charges
He's saying
acquitted,
that
and I'm American
inevitably the
hero now. And
fucking
I actually thought
roleplay meta
Romeo's
is going to
RP
die,
afterwards was great, so
and
props
a
to
lot
him.
of the roleplay
So
streamers
I
are
think
not
well,
going to have big
is-
followings after
is
that.
if you're
It's
taking
still, it's a
part in these
horrible thing to
missions or
say.
whatever, you
It is
don't
a
have to
horrible thing
follow
to
it
say.
through
That
to
was
the
the
end,
worst
right?
thing. He's not
Exactly.
saying
There's
he's
always
the
a
reason for the
mission
server
failed
being
option. That's something I'll do with
popular, though.
mine, I was about to.
It's actually a worse
when I gave the
fucking thing to
mission
say, to be
for
honest.
You, Hutch, and
It's literally a worse thing to say.
Charles to go and steal that GTR. I was
Mhm.
already heading up north through the hills after joining in with a Racer Grand Prix 3.0 because I didn't think you
Because
guys
there's
were going
truth
to turn
to it,
up.
and that's really
and then you
fucking
passed me, right? But
fucked
I was
up.
going to call it quits there and find another crew if you guys didn't run into me before the sun came up. So there's always going to be options.
Not really.
you know,
It's pretty true. No, that's
yeah,
why
there's
it's
pretty
fucking
much-
really fucked
You're
up.
always going to have the chance.
You
to
understand
fail
that,
a
right?
mission, and
That's
as
why it's
the,
really fucked up.
As the people taking part in that, you have that option.
Stop
too,
saying
to,
not
you know,
wrong
kind of
though,
back out if
Megalol.
shit's
You guys
getting
are
crazy.
fucking assholes.
Fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick, Mickey, that was that you in that bench trial when I
And no,
basically
you're
cleared you
wrong.
of all
I
the
know
charges?
these
What
motherfuckers in
actually
real life
happened?
as well.
'Cause
Oh,
And
yeah.
pulling 6K viewers daily right now is
I
good,
didn't
but it's not
actually lie
permanent.
to you that much. Like, if people thought
Okay, so that's why
much
saying that
better.
out
so
loud
you're
like that
fine.
is so much fucking worse.
No, the whole case of that trial, which is why it was weird, is that like, okay,
To be
yes,
honest, that's
I was
probably
given a
the worst
gun
thing
by
he
the
said,
boys,
aside
and
from
there
like
was
the bitch,
literally
bitch,
an
bitch shit.
invading army that did attack us. Like they invaded from another country. Like that had happened. I did fight them. I actually never shot at the police. Because I got killed by Kay, who is actually the one who shot me. And yeah, that's actually what happened. But Wrangler like saw me there, caught me with X and
But in 4 years, I'm sure there will be another election. Yeah, I maintain this audience because I play role play. Thank you for thinking that.
The only thing I lied to you about was
it's
me
not the
grabbing
election
gun
cycle
off
that
the
has
guy.
allowed me to grow my
Everything else is
community,
true.
but instead my fucking
So
role
actually,
playing
Rosie
that
told you
people
the
are
truth.
staying for.
So
Moron.
I can kind of have some.
If I kept doing just
input
variety, I'd have a
on the
larger
whole event
audience right
thing.
now than fucking
Just
doing
moving
roleplay. I do
forward,
roleplay because I
those
enjoy
kind
it.
of events are going to be a lot more clear to everybody.
We are a pro gamer
moving
community.
forward.
Exactly. Thank you.
If they're going to be happening, the correct people are going to be notified. So
Yeah, we'll have like
I think
a
that was
checklist
a
and
big part of
everything.
it.
You know.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard for you
everything's gonna be
guys.
verified.
There's 160 of us, and a goddamn server, and then it's there's so many
Hundreds more
people.
too.
Yeah, and then there's so many fucking people involved. To think that you know, if something does go down, that you're not only trying to get structured of 8 people getting involved with the 8 of people that you have to get OOC involved, and then of course you have to get the cops, which is 14 of them involved, and then it's like who knows if they're going to show up, and if they're not going to show up, someone is going to always get the fucking shaft. Like it's always going to happen. Someone's going to roll up, get fucking deuced early as shit, and it's just going to happen. It's just a matter of, you know, fucking taking it on the chin and going to the next one,
It be
although
what
it
it is.
fucking sucks.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
it's
if the cops
impossible to
don't
make
show up,
everyone happy too. At the end of the day,
100%.
if the cops don't show up and they only send one and send the other to raid Summit, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
I feel like,
bro,
I got
dude,
so
when that
much
shit
fucking
happened,
heat
man.
for that.
Oh my god, I literally said to Bayo as we're driving away, I'm like, this guy's gonna die. Like he's literally dead.
I got a 500 comment hate thread for that. I felt like it was the right move, honestly.
Dude, it was the right move. It was awesome that they shot him. Let me just say that. I thought that
Oh
was
yeah, I mean
fucking
every cop that was on that raid were like, okay, Mantis is dead. He's gonna get shot any second. Because
What are they
nobody-
talking about?
So I've got a question for you guys. So there's sort of a lot of sort of crims setting up ambushes, and that obviously has to do with a lot of people who are currently here, right?
Yep.
Which means that typically the sort of cop
the Angels Fleet,
response is going to be heightened, if you will. Whether that be responding to bank robberies with just
Yeah, I
ARs
saw that.
or
I remember
pistols, or whatever the situation is. I feel like this sort of goes back to